Docker CLI. I know it's powerful and everything, but if you are like me and you have like 10 or even 20 containers, it will start getting messy. In this video, I'm going to show you how to turn your Debian server into a visual powerhouse using Portainer. Let's make managing containers easy. So without taking much of your time, let's get into it. Alright, this is my Debian server. First thing you have to do always on a new Linux system is to check for updates. So type the following: sudo apt update, sudo apt full upgrade, yes. And it's done. Now paste this command to install the GPG keys and some requirements for Portainer. Yes. And as always, you can find all commands I'm using in the description box. Yes, one more time. Alright, now Docker and Docker Compose are installed, so let's install Portainer. Type the following: cd opt, and let's make a directory for Portainer, so type mkdir and Portainer. And one more time with sudo. Now we have two directories under opt: the Portainer we have created before, and a directory called containerd, which got auto-created when installing Docker. So let's move to the Portainer folder, type cd Portainer, and here I will create the Docker Compose file for Portainer. So I will type sudo nano portainer -compose.yaml and paste this bad boy. Alright, let's see what's going on here. So we have one service which is called Portainer. The container name is Portainer. We are using this image. The container will start with the system always, and we are binding these two volumes. We are exposing port 9443 and binding it to port 9443. I actually don't need another port, so I will delete this. And we are creating a volume for Portainer. Its name is Libre-Data, and we are creating a network called Portainer network. So type Ctrl-O to save and Ctrl-X to exit. Now let's start the Docker Compose. So type sudo docker compose -f, type the file name, which is Portainer compose YAML, up -d. Now it's pulling the image, and it's done. Here you can see it downloaded the image, created the network, the volume, and the container itself. So let's see if it is running. Type sudo docker ps. Here you can see this is the container ID, the image we are using, the used command when it was created, and status, it is up, so it is running, the used ports, and here you can see the port 9443 is bind to the port 9443. So let's see what is the IP address of this VM. Type IP add. This is the IP address, so I have to copy this. Now before I can access the web UI of Portainer, I have to create some firewall rules, because in the last video I showed you how to install the Debian server, and we also secured a VM using a firewall. So let's create the firewall rules. So type sudo ufw allow and the port you need. For me it is port 9443. Alright, now let's go to the web browser. I think you have forgot something. That red button down below, make sure to make it gray. Here I will type https, the IP address of the VM, and port 9443. Technical informations, and accept. And it's online. So let's create a password. Don't collect my data, and create. Click on Live Connect, and let's see what's under containers. As you can see, this is the Portainer container itself. Under stack you can create some Docker composes. Here you can see all the images. We only have one right now. And under networks you can see and manage your networks. Here you can see your volumes, events, and your hosts. Now we have a small problem. So if I go to containers, and if I click on this published ports, as you can see, nothing happens. This is because Portainer doesn't know the IP address of the server it's installed on. So let's repair this. Click on Environment Related, Environments, and select Local. And here just enter the IP address of your server. For me it's 10.23.12.148. Update. Okay, now if I go to Containers, and click on this, as you can see, it opened a new browser tab and it already knows the IP address. And that's it for today. So just like I have mentioned before, I have a full video on how to install Debian server and secure it. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and leave a comment. This is Libre-Data, and we are just getting started. See you in the next time.